Thank you, Devin. With summer nearly here in the holiday weekend, just a few days away, people are eager to see some familiar sites opening up and ready to entertain.
And Bill Vankis of the Rhinelander Historical Society is here this morning with us to tell us a little bit about the history buffs, what they might want to expect heading into that summer season. Thanks for joining us this morning, Bill.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Now, it's exciting time around here. I know we've been talking a lot of history between the three of us on the couch, but I know you were a busy man this last week at the Hodag Heritage Festival. You were doing a little speaking as well on the behalf of the society. Wasn't that right?
Yes, I was one of the many speakers. It was a great event, great event.
Yeah, so what did you kind of chat about there?
I talked about Gene Shepard.
He legend.
Well, he doesn't get enough notoriety. You know, it's kind of like you have a song in your head, you know it for years, but do you know who wrote the song? Probably not, you know.
Yeah.
We all know about the Hodag, but there isn't that much that's been talked about with him. So we did a little recap about him. He was a very colorful individual.
Yeah, a man of many talents, per se.
He was.
But there's a lot of exciting things happening over at the Historical Society as well. And you're gearing up. When's the first day you're going to be opening your doors for the season?
Okay, the Tuesday after Memorial Day, the 28th. We're open on Tuesday through Saturdays from Memorial Day to Labor Day. So the 28th will be our first day. So, yeah, we're excited to welcome guests, and we call them family members, just come and hang out again. So we're excited about that. The place has been cleaned. Barb and Jim and Peggy did an excellent job cleaning it, so it looks very, very nice. I'm afraid to walk around. I might mess something up. But no, it's looking good. So we're ready for the people.
So when people come in, what are some of the things maybe they can expect when they come visit you guys?
Well, first thing we do is I like to talk to them a little bit, find out if they're from the area, if they're visiting, you know, and then maybe what their interests might be, because we usually take about an hour or so to do a tour, and it's hard to do justice to everything in there, but we try to pick out the things that they may be more interested in. So, and then from there we just walk around and chat, I guess, is the best way to describe it.
It's a very familial feeling being in there. You know, you are very, kind, and you show them around, and it's always a good time there. But if folks miss something on the tour, there's certainly a lot of information available at their fingertips with a new website design. Isn't that right? You guys were working hard on that over the winter.
We're really excited about that, yeah. This past winter, we loaded up. The previous one, I describe it was more of an enticement to come to the museum. It was promoting the museum. This one still has the virtual tour and all of that information, but it also has a history section now. There's a section on people. I think there's like 36 different people that have information on places and businesses. There's probably a couple of dozen more of those. There's been some people that have done some articles in the paper over the year. Lee Mayer is one of them. He did in the 90s over 100. He called it historical happenings, something like that. Anyway, we have all 100 of his articles on there now. So you can go on, you can search by subject and find what you want. So it's really, like I said, we're very proud of this and excited to get this information. If it's in a file cabinet or in a drawer, it doesn't do any good. We need to get it out so that people have access to it, and hopefully this is going to be a way to really help that out.
Oh, and a really neat part of that website was, you mentioned it earlier, the businesses. There are a lot of businesses in Rhinelander and have some unique history dating back, and some of them aren't around anymore, sadly enough. But what was it, Jay's Drive-In? Was that right? Tell us a little bit about Jay's Drive-In.
Did you read that article? Or?
I did read a little bit.
Perhaps the names of somebody who may have worked there, is that what you're saying? But anyway.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even register that.
It's kind of funny. We put this on Jay's, and we put on Hobbyland, which was a toy store very similar to Imaginuity back in the old days when I was a child. And we refer to that more as current events than, because we're so used to the late 1800s kind of stuff. But yeah, Jay's was the first drive-in that would have mimicked McDonald's, where you just went up to the counter, got it, went back to your car and ate. It was on the north side of town. So yeah, a hamburger was 19 cents, fries were 15, and a shake was 15.
Wow.
So with tax, 53 cents got you a hamburger, fries, and a shake.
53 cents will get you like kicked out now.
Yeah, I don't. There's obviously nothing on the menu.
You could go maybe get a gumball from like a little dispenser or something.
So But yeah, that was Rhinelander's first. I mean, there was a A&W rubber stand and a Dairy Queen, but this was the first one, like I said, with that model where you just went up, got the food, and went back to your car. So, yeah, it's we like to, you know, and a lot of people your age think that's ancient history, you know. Again, for us, we're just reminiscing about our youth.
Well, no, it's neat to see that all kind of, you know, now it's available, it's archived away, it's on the website. You can just poke around and you can just click on all these different places, names, businesses that, you know, we have never seen or heard of Jay's Diner, but, you know, now here's a place that they can be remembered and, you know, pretty easily accessible as well.
And I as I went through trying to load this up, you know, what are questions that are asked every couple of years? One of them is, how did Chiraka Field get named? So we put that on so that people can see the backstory on how that happened. And so we're trying to, you know, put things on that we think are neat, but also what are things people talk about or ask about, and trying to load that on. So this will be a lifetime's passion. I mean, we'll keep loading stuff on and we've got an excellent, our website designer is up in Manitowish Water. Scott just does an excellent job. I can send him the raw data and he makes it look just unbelievably cool. So thank you, Scott, for making me look good, by the way.
Yes, thank you, Scott. So it really seems kind of like the museum and the website, they can go hand in hand. Maybe you go to the museum, you do a tour, you see maybe these physical objects, things people had, these, you know, artifacts, things like that, and then you can go on the website and maybe just read and learn more about those things.
Exactly, or you could do the reverse. You could go to the virtual tour and look around, and then when you go there, you've got a little better idea of some of the things you want to make sure that you check out when you're there. So it can work both ways, but yeah, they dovetail very well together.
Yes, they do. Well, thanks for joining us this morning. Again, for folks looking to come in and see you and the museum and all of the great staff that are there, when and where is it going to be opening?
First of all, we like to stress this. Tours are available year-round by appointment. So all you need to do is call and we'll work out a time. I had a tour on Sunday. Wanted to come on Saturday, but I was busy. So, so we'll do it year-round. So they don't have to just wait for that. But from Memorial Day to Labor Day, Tuesdays through Saturdays, we will have docents there waiting to greet you, as opposed to setting up a time to meet you there. So yeah, looking forward to it. It's a great time. There's so many stories that people bring when they come that I always tell people I think I learn as much as they do, but it's just some of the stories, if we had hours to talk, we could just share some of them, but it's just really cool, these historically related stories that people have. So anyway, it's a good time, and the house, it's a great museum, but it comes alive when people are in there. Like our holiday open houses and Halloween open houses. There's just something about when you get this laughter and voices in there, it just makes the building come alive. And to a smaller scale, it does that when people come for tours as well, too.
Perfect.
Thanks again for coming on this morning and telling us all about it. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
And coming